So welcome everyone to our first ever JSU Career Services Virtual Career Fair Demo Day. And it is a long title, but it is a good one. So what is our Virtual Career Fair? What is Demo Day? We're going to be going through all of that today. We are very excited. This is our second ever Virtual Career Fair. Of course, COVID has made us as an office increase our digital footprint. And so this is part of that progress that we've been making. Demo day is just to show you what the system will look like for you and how you can navigate it. Last semester was our first ever virtual career fair. And so for us as an office, we had some learning curves that we had to learn and we had to adjust to. One of those was when we spoke with our students, we received feedback that there were one too many virtual conferencing tools that were being used by various employers, and that they really wanted just one sort of tool to be able to use and to get into contact with all the employers. And so our goal was to find one. We feel like we did find one and that it will be a good match for our organization and what we do and what we're trying to provide for our students as well as our employers. So I'm going to be sharing my screen right now. If everyone can see my PowerPoint screen.
Yes.
Okay. So yes. As we get started, introduce you to the Career Services team. My name is Carlos Acosta. I am the career specialist here in the office. I am also in charge of co-ops and internships, working with students and companies to get those hammered out, as well as the point of contact for the workforce recruitment program. On the call as well, we have Becca Turner, who's our director. Becca, if you'd like to say something.
I just want to say thank you for participating. First of all, I want to say thank you for Carlos putting this together and being the trailblazer in executing our virtual career fairs. We're hearing on campus that in the fall we're going to try to move to more in-person events. However, we certainly would love to hear your feedback after the May 5th virtual career fair to see what works best for our employer partners. So thank you today to Carlos for putting this together, and thank you to the employers who are participating in this training opportunity so we can all hopefully have a smooth event on May 5th.
Okay. Jamaica Leverett, who is our career advisor, as well as our point of contact for resume development. And if she is on the call, I don't know, Becca, if you can see her. I did not see her, but she is here in the office. There's her email address and her phone number.
I don't think she's on the call.
Okay. Miss Maria James, who is our secretary in the office. I believe I saw her on the call. She'll like to say hello to everyone.
Hello.
And then we have Miss Kylie Romine, who is our student worker, and she is there for any of us. There's her email address, which is the general student worker email address. And if you cannot get in contact with anyone in the office, she'd be point of contact as well. So what are our goals for today's webinar? Our goals are to help you feel more comfortable navigating teams. Right? There are different levels of experience. Some people have a lot of experience navigating teams, some do not. So we just want you to feel more comfortable navigating. And with that navigation training, hopefully it will provide a maximum experience for you as well for the students. If you have any questions throughout the process, you can raise your hand or you can leave a comment in the chat. So what are some of the privacy and participation guidelines? So Microsoft Teams is a public platform. Messages and comments by the company or made by the company in the company channel are public, both the company and the student. Video messages and regular messages in the chat feature, which is a private feature, it can be accessed by JSU staff, so we do have access to that. One of the reasons why we say that is because if at any time you feel uncomfortable or that a conversation is not professionally oriented, we ask that you stop the conversation, report it to the corresponding help desk, as you'll see in the feature when we show you what Teams will look like. And by participating, You agree to keep conversations professionally oriented. If at any time you feel that's not kept, that person will be removed by career services staff. So we just want to lay that out for you to know we haven't not had any incidences whatsoever. Our students are very well behaved, and all of the employers that we've had have been well behaved. And so we expect this, to not be an issue. So accessing Microsoft Teams. Be sure to download the Microsoft Teams app if you've not already done so. Or if you have a Microsoft Teams account, you'll be asked, we can send out the link to you to the Teams, and you can then be access to the team, have access to it, and then you can get started with going ahead and putting in information in your channel, so that way you can promote your channel as far as branding is concerned. You will be emailed once it's all been finalized, and that should be within the next week or so. And then branding. Take time to brand your channel, as you'll see later on in the demonstration. You can add pictures, videos, and other information. We've taken care of some of that branding for you. And so we just ask if you have pictures, if you have any other information that you'd like to get out there to the students, please add that to your channel. As far as branding is concerned, you have until the day before the career fair at close of business day. So for us, it's 4:30 here in Central Time. So you have until that time, which if you're in the East Coast, it'll be 5:30. But you do have that time to channel. If you do not brand your channel in time, it'll be hidden until you do so. And then during the day of the fair, we can go ahead and unhide your channel and allow you to access it and speak with these students. With that said, are there any, I'll take a brief pause right now if there's any questions.
So that's a good news. Yeah, that's good, because right now I don't know what he's talking about.
I did just admit Tony Smith to the opportunity.
Sorry, my microphone. my microphone is not muted. I thought it was. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
You'll pick up quickly.
Good, because I'm lost. I came in about 8 minutes late, and I'm completely lost. He's going branding. I'm going, what is branding? I don't know what that is.
We'll show you.
Upload your logo.
Thank you.
Can everyone see where it says general test career fair test group?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So this is what your career fair will look like in Microsoft Teams. On the far left-hand side, you see your navigation tool. It says activity, chat, teams, assignments, calendar, files. So as a company, if you would like to add any files to your channel, you can do so by clicking on the Files tab, and then you can go ahead and upload any documents into that Files box. You also see that there's one in the Files in your group channel. On the upper side, you see your chat, and that just lets you private chat with anyone, any student that you feel like you may have more of a connection with. At that time, you can then click chat. You can invite the student to chat. It will be a private chat. You can either write with them back and forth the same way you would think of it as Facebook if you're going to leave a message on someone's page, or you can actually meet with them in a video conference. Your activities button on the top of the navigation panel, that is to let you know if someone has messaged you on your channel. You will get a little ping. You can go up to the activity where the texts are, and you can see that and read that. Mind you that for Microsoft tools, you can use it on your phone if you have to go somewhere and you're going to be away from your desktop, or you can use it on your desktop. So we have the general tab or the general channel. This channel isn't going to be used by anyone. It's just there. It's part of Microsoft Teams. We're not going to be in it as staff for career services, and the employer shouldn't be there either. And as you'll notice, there's a student help desk, and then there's an employer help desk. Think of your employer help desk as the sign-in page for the day of the career fair. So that employer help desk, if you have any questions, how to engage students, how to set up something within your channel. You can go to that employer help desk and we can help guide you and navigate you through any of your questions that you have. Community guidelines, of course, there'll be a sheet of the guidelines and how to participate in the career fair. It's much same to the privacy and participation guidelines that were read out at the beginning. And handouts. There will also be handouts in this channel for the employers as well as for the students. You'll be getting handouts prior to the event, so you'll have those on hand for you. The handouts will allow you to navigate Microsoft Teams and how you'll be able to put all of that together. So each company is going to get a channel. You'll have your company name. You'll have ACTA from 1 to 4. And we ask that all employers, if they're participating, that they participate for the full 3 hours. Just because students will be coming in and out throughout the day, throughout that time frame. And we ask that at least one person be there. If you have more than one recruiter that's going to be on there, you're only going to get one channel, so you both will have access to that channel and you'll be able to go in and to communicate with students.
Carlos?
Yes.
This is Natasha from the Department of Audits. Can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah, sure.
So just so because every school does this differently, but when we get into our channel on the day of, are students going to be signing up for specific times, or are they just going to pop in? And then if we're talking to a student, can we put somebody kind of on hold if we're by ourselves?
So students will be popping in. They won't be signing up for a specific time period. And so it'll come in the same way it comes in. So let's say this first student asks you a question, or you ask a question, you start communicating with them. You can communicate with them, and then when you're done communicating with them, you can then jump to the next student. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
Yes. Okay. So what we see here, demonstration of Company A, Career Services, be active from 1 to 4. So towards the top of your channel, you'll see where it says Posts, Files, and Website. We've already taken the opportunity to add your company website once you registered to your channel. So the student will be able to actually click on that website. They'll be able to view your company website, look for information and careers, the careers page on your channel. So this is very much like a one-stop shop for the students on their end and for you as the employer. You can, of course, navigate this and instruct them on how to use the website and where to go. And they don't have to leave, Microsoft Teams. So it's all placed in one channel. For files, if you wish to add any supporting documents, an application, any of that information, you can go ahead and upload it through your Microsoft Teams channel. Right here under Files, you click Upload. You'll find the file on your desktop. You'll click it the same way you would any other way, and just have it uploaded into the documents. And then you can, of course, instruct students to go to the Files tab, download those documents if they wish, and then, fill them out and then send them to you however you like. For the post, this is where we talk about branding and getting to talk to your students. So have you seen here, it says, hello, my name is Carlos Acosta. I'm an alumni of Jacksonville State University. I have a master's in public administration. I'm new to the job market, and I would like to know more about your company. So the student leaves that reply, and of course, or they leave that message, and of course you will reply to that message. You say, hello, Carlos. You say, welcome, right? And then of course you leave that there. Underneath that, under the tools, you have tools here. You can, of course, as I've said, you can record a video message of yourself. You can upload that about your company, or the student can upload a video of themselves explaining who they are and their company. The one thing we say is, as far as resumes go, this is public. So whatever a student uploads here, everyone else will be able to see it. So if you want a way for the student to email their resume to you, or to email it to someone else within your office who handles that information, then I would leave those instructions here on the post page. As far as, are there any questions so far? Okay. So branding, what does branding mean? So branding is are going to be pictures of your company, any of the videos, introduction videos that you have. Anytime you want to upload a picture, you of course would go to New Conversation, and you see the paperclip tab. You of course would click Attach. You can upload from your computer or from any other channel that says. You can upload that video straight here, and as you'll see in front of you, you now have that information there on your channel. So your branding is going to be any logos, any documents that you have of your company, any flyers that are in maybe say a PNG or JPEG file will get uploaded automatically, and the students would be able to see that information. So that will be your branding. And like we said, you have until May 4th, because the career fair is May 5th, so you have until May 4th at 4:30 to get all of your branding done. And we will be able to see it and monitor it and walk you through it. Now, another great feature about this is that if, as a company, you would like to go ahead and go through the process of, let's say, setting up a meeting for group meeting, we also have that capability for you. In order to do that, you will go up to the upper right-hand corner where it says Meet. Right next to it, you'll see the down arrow. If you click the down arrow, you can click Schedule a Meeting, which is the second choice. You can add, group chat as the label. It'll be today from 12:30 to 1 o'clock. And of course, it says in the channel that it's going to be listed. And then you, of course, can go through and add details for the meeting. Once you're finished filling out all of the information, you then click the word Send. And it shows up on your group chat that you will be hosting a group chat with all of the students. They can, of course, click this button, they can view the meeting details, and they can click to get into the channel. They can, once they click it, they can click the word Join, and that will take them directly to the video meeting for that group. Are there any questions? So like I said, each company will be getting their own channel. They'll be having access to that channel, and they will have the ability to go ahead and to brand that channel as they see fit, and going through the entire website system for Microsoft Teams. So hopefully this new system will be much easier to navigate as it was in the past. For us, we enjoyed putting all of this together after all the information that we've been given and that we've been able to translate into this system. As of right now, I am finished with my presentation. So if there's any questions that anyone would like to have or like to share, floor is open for a Q&A session.
Carlos, this is Natasha again from the Department of Autism. Sorry.
Yeah, sure.
I'm just asking this because I've used so many different platforms that had the video option, but the students didn't ever use it. And you said that you did this last semester. So do you anticipate the students wanting to do video or chat or a little bit of both?
The students, their biggest concern last semester was that they had to use various forms, because for us as an office, this was our first time doing this type of event. So we went with our brand Simplicity, which is a company we work with for job postings. And so we used their career fair module. In their career fair module, all the companies had the ability to post a link to their very own video conferencing tool. And so it was hard to explain to the students that you don't have to go in and completely download that conferencing tool. You just had to click the link and then say open, the same way you would if you were getting into a Zoom call or a WebEx. You would open that system and then it would take you directly to the meeting. So the students were confused and they had to download various software systems. With this particular system, all of our students have access to Microsoft's Teams. So it makes it much easier for them because we are a 365 school, and all of our website system uses our email, our Teams, the One Cloud system, all of that is together. So Teams, it makes it much more accessible for students. So to answer your question, the students will be able to do both. I think students, for the most part, enjoy the video chat, because most of them tend to drift towards the video chat as opposed to explaining things, writing them down. So, but it does just depend on the student as well, which system they feel more comfortable using.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Grant, I
Hey,
believe.
Carlos, this is, yes, thank you. Yeah, sorry to cut you off. Yeah, Grant with McCarthy Building Companies. At what point will we have access to this Microsoft Teams, our like company webpage
We will be
to
getting
start
that
uploading?
by next week. Yes, sir.
Okay. You might have said that. I had to run away for a second in the beginning. So
Oh,
sorry
no,
if you
it's
said that. So next week.
Yes, next week. So the career fair has already been set up. The channels have already been established. So being able to get access to Teams. I'm working with technology. I sent them messages today because I was having problems adding companies as members to the group. And so once we get that figured out, hopefully by next week, we'll be able to have all of that sent out.
Thank you, Carlos.
You're welcome. Are there any more questions?
I'll make a comment,
Mhm.
Carlos, that might help Ms. Bloom. I probably mispronounced your name, Natasha, but what you may find if our students do use the video feature, they may not turn their video on. So it may look a lot like this, but they'll still be participating via webcam instead of the chat feature. So just keep that in mind.
Okay, yeah, that's good. I appreciate that.
Yeah, and we ask that throughout the day, even if you don't have any troubles navigating the system, if you want to just stop by the employer help desk, as I said in the beginning, think of it as the registration desk when you first walk in to an in-person career fair. We will be there. You can ask us questions. You can let us know how it's going, because obviously we're monitoring the situation and going through all the channels, making sure that it's going as smooth as possible. So just let us know, that you're having a great time, that you enjoy the experience, if it's easy for you, if you found some difficulties. So that way we can take that information and then make the next career fair better for you. But yes. Are there any questions? No? Does it seem self-explanatory to everyone once they have access to the system, being able to go in and upload and, have access to their teams once they get that?
Yeah, it seems like it. I think I don't have any questions right now, but I feel like once I get access into the system,
Mhm.
and I start playing around with it, I might come up with some questions. If I do, best to reach out to yourself, Carlos. Is that right?
Yes. Yes. And let me go back to that that PowerPoint that I had pulled up for my information point of contact. So of course you see my virtual career fair, you see the career services team, and I'll serve as point of contact. So you can either email me or you can call me directly. My phone number is 256-782-8486. Leave that up there for a little bit.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. So are there any more questions? If not, yes. Natasha, were you gonna say something?
Oh, no, I wasn't.
Okay, but as we said, if you have any more questions, feel free to contact me. With the amount of employers that we're getting signing up, it may take a few days. But we're working, with each company to get everything set up for them, to get their channel oriented, and then we'll send out that information to them. And that should, like I said, starting next week, we'll be getting that information out to you.
Hey, one other thing, Carlos, this might not be the right place to ask, but is there anything we can do with the actual department that we're targeting ahead of time to start getting the word or the buzz out on our company?
Yes. So if you're wishing to get more information out, if you just want to write me an email as to which department you're looking to make contact with, we can get you in contact with the proper individuals there, and then we can send out that information for you.
Sounds good. Thanks.
All right.
And I think that's a great suggestion, Grant. I mean, the more that our students know ahead of time, and if we can hype the visits up, the more participation and engagement we may have. So I appreciate you asking that question.
Okay, thank you everyone for attending. It was such a good experience, and then, like I said, this meeting will be recorded, and so we'll be sending that out as soon as possible once we get it all formatted, and we get the closed captioning for everyone. We'll be sending out this video, but thank you and have a great day.
Thank you, Carlos.
Welcome.
Hey, Carlos.
Thanks. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.